Spring training starts in 4 days, and there are still over 90 free agents still available, and a lot of quality players are still on the market, and the players are grumbling about collusion and the owners driving the market prices down. Quickly to go through each position, at catcher, Jonathan Lucroy is still available. At first base, you got Logan Morrison, who hit 38 home runs last year, and Eric Hosmer, a World Series champion, still available. Second base, Chase Utley, Neil Walker still available. BP, Brandon Phillips. At third base, you got Trevor Plouffe. Mike Moustakas had 38 home runs last year. Eduardo Nunez is still available. At shortstop, J.J. Hardy's there. Eric Ibar's there. Nunez can play there also. In left field, you got a lot of players. Most notably, Cameron Maybin is still available. Jason Worth, among others. Center field, you could put Maybin there, Carlos Gomez, Gerard Dyson's out there. In right field, you got Joey Bats, Jose Bautista, Carlos Gonzalez. Somebody please sign Matt Holliday to be their DH. Awesome in BP. Starting pitchers, there's a ton of guys. Darvish and Jake Arrieta are at the top. You also got Alex Cobb, Lance Lynn, Jason Vargas was an all-star last year, among other guys. And then for relievers, the best guy available is Greg Holland, and Trevor Rosenthal is still out there. And there's just a bunch of guys still on the market looking for jobs, and they're actually going to have a spring training camp for free agents only, a 31st camp this year. All right, so I went through and I fixed all my lineups. My rotation is now those 5 top starters that are available on the market. My entire team is free agents. You can see it's an 82 overall. There's my bullpen. We've got some pretty decent pitchers in there and some other people that might not find a job again, like Jason Grilli. I don't know if he's going to pitch in the majors again, but at the back end of this bullpen, pretty decent. Trevor Rosenthal, who's coming back from an injury, is my setup guy. Greg Holland's my closer. Check out my lineup. My lineup is decent. I've got speed at the top with Davis and Nunez. The middle of the order is really good with Hosmer, JD Martinez, and Moustakas. And then my bench is also really decent. I've got some power. I've got some speed. This team is what I'm going to run out there in this game that I'm going to play in ranked seasons. All right, so let's go over to the head-to-head matchup. We'll pick ranked seasons. I haven't played very much Diamond Dynasty this year. Did a lot more last year. So looking for my opponent now. You can see my rating. It's not that good. I think I'm like a veteran or something like that. I've only played maybe 2 or 3 games here, but I don't think I've lost yet. This team is not as good as the current team that I have. Like if I was playing with my real Diamond Dynasty team, I've got pretty much almost every card in the game except I don't have Mike Trout. I had Kershaw and I've sold him to make some stubs. But there we go. There's my rotation. Hopefully I get Arrieta on the mound or Darvish, one of my top guys. My lineup's already been set. I really like this. Whoa. I'm playing a pretty tough team here. He's got a bunch of diamonds. David Price is on the mound, so that's going to pretty much neutralize Hosmer and Moustakas. But his team's better than mine by far. He's probably got like a 90-something overall team, low 90 overall team. Couple golds in there, but this is going to be kind of a challenge. Looks like this guy might be from Yakima, Washington. Stayed there for a few nights, a weekend a couple years ago. Back when I went to Seattle, I stayed there because I also saw Dave Matthews Band at the Gorge. But anyway, let's get this game started. We're playing at Citizens Bank Park, and he's got David Price on the mound. I've got Jason Vargas on the mound, who's like an 80. Vargas was an all-star last year, but he had a really bad second half, and he's still available on the market. And we start off there. That was Cleveland Indians World Series hero, Game 7 hero, Rajai Davis flying out. He runs a 98 on this game, 98 speed, 99 stealing. So despite being like upper 30s in age, the guy can still run. Nunez flies out, and that was a terrible swing from Hosmer, but heck, it's lefty on lefty, so that's kind of to be expected. All right, we'll show you a little bit of Vargas pitching here. These games usually tend to last like 40 minutes to an hour, so I'll show you a couple innings here and there, and then we'll cut to the scoring whenever that happens. It's a 0-0 game, and Vargas doesn't throw that hard. He's got kind of soft stuff. Relies on his breaking stuff a lot more, but he's an okay pitcher, and we're going to get out of the inning there with a fielder's choice at second base. So now we get to the middle of the order. It's JD Martinez. How many home runs did he hit last year? I think between the Tigers and Diamondbacks, he hit like 52 or something like that. The guy's a beast, but nobody really wants to sign him because Scott Boras is his agent, and at the beginning of the offseason, Martinez was looking for a $200 million contract for 7 or 8 years. And he's still out there unsigned. It seems like the only fit for Martinez, there's a base hit, by the way, Moustakas. Nice hit. The only fit for Martinez that I've heard of has been the Red Sox. But the Red Sox only seem to want to go 5 years or so for maybe 120 million. The Diamondbacks also apparently are interested, but only on a 1 or 2 year deal for a higher salary. So I don't know what's going to happen with Martinez. You got to sign eventually. I'm going to send him here. Wild pitch. Oh, he's out. The ball didn't get far enough away. But these guys have to sign eventually. You can't just sit out the season and not make anything. I guess in Martinez's boat, if he's not going to get the money he wants, he's got to bet on himself and take a big contract somewhere for 1 year and get a $33 million 1 year deal from the Diamondbacks or something like that. Well, anyway, I kind of ran myself out of the inning. I was kind of stupid. Trying to score with a 50-speed JD Martinez from third base on a wild pitch that didn't get far enough away. A couple of the guys that are still out there that you're not going to see in this game because they're starting pitchers, and I can't use them because I'm using Vargas. Jake Arrieta is still out there. If I was the Brewers, I would have signed Jake Arrieta. I think the Brewers, one of the little things they're missing that could just put them over the top and definitely pass the Cardinals is one more starting pitcher, especially someone as good as Arrieta. And Darvish, I'd like to see him go to the Twins. If you're the Twins, you got to step up. And I know the Twins are interested in Darvish, but so are the Dodgers, and Darvish is going to want a lot of money. And he kind of ruined his value in the World Series because he got completely shelled in the World Series by the Astros. So that might be why he's still out there. He's just not getting what he wants. Oh, Mike Moustakas, what are you doing? Ground ball pretty much right past Moustakas there for a leadoff hit. And he's trying to steal. He's going to be out by a mile. That's Jonathan Lucroy behind the plate. If you're an Indians fan, you have a special place in your heart for Lucroy. Lucroy turned down a trade to the Indians in 2016. He could have gone to the World Series and possibly been a World Series champion. I don't know if he would have put them over the top or not. But he nixed the deal. He said he didn't want to go to the Indians because the Indians might have wanted to put him at first base, and he didn't want to play first base. He only wanted to be a catcher. I mean, if he would have gone to the Indians and he was still with them and maybe signed an extension, he would have been at first base. What are you doing, Lucroy? Throws the ball into right field, and now he's got a runner on third, and I think there's only one out. Yeah, there's only one out, so this could be the first run of the game. The Indians lost their first baseman, Carlos Santana, to the Phillies this year. That's going to be a pop-up. I'm going to throw home so he doesn't tag. Santana signed with the Phillies 3 years, $60 million. And the Indians filled that hole by signing Yonder Alonso for a 2-year deal. I think $16 million for 2 years. Alonso was pretty good last year. What's he doing? Bunting with David Price. I thought for sure he would pinch hit there with the guy on third base and 2 outs. But hey, I'll take it. I mean, I would have liked to have seen David Price out of this game because I am having a tough time hitting him. See, I just can't really get anything going. I had a couple hits there. All right, now I'm bringing in Cameron Maybin to pinch hit for Vargas. I really wish the Pirates would go out and sign Maybin. They've been interested instead in Melky Cabrera. They've been kind of linked to him, and they signed Daniel Nava to a minor league deal. So they got a big hole in their outfield after trading Cutaway. Got to do something, and here is Rajai Davis. This might be close. All right. I'm on the base pass with a 98 speed, so that's an automatic steal attempt here. Let's hope he doesn't pitch out. That would be the smart thing to do. He throws a fastball down the middle. I'm in there. Stolen base, Rajai Davis. All right, this is Nunez. Nunez also is quick. Eduardo Nunez. Oh, that's in the gap. He dives and misses it. This is going to be off to the races. Finally a run, and I'm going for 3. I should be there. Kind of close, but all right, 1-0. Eduardo Nunez, nice job. And here's Eric Hosmer. Hosmer's a beast in BP, and that might get out. Gone, home run, 3-0. And the free agents sort of break it open here. That's a nice little 2-out magic run there. With 2 outs, you got a base hit, stolen base, triple, home run. JD Martinez, let's see if we can do it again. Back-to-back home runs, maybe. No. Just rolls it over to second base. So it's 3-0. And hopefully my bullpen can hold them there because Vargas is out of the game now. So I've got Oliver Perez I think he's got like 1 or 2 lefties in the lineup. I've got Oliver Perez ready, but I'm going to bring in Rosenthal now. Fast forward to a jam. I'm in a jam here. Couple guys on base. That's going to clean it up a little bit, but a run scores. Kind of a wild pitch. I don't know why. I threw it down to second instead of going for the out at third, but cleans up the mess. And now instead of having guys on second and third with nobody out, now there's 2 outs and 1 run's in. So I'll take that. He's got Nelson Cruz at the plate right now, and Nelly grounds out. So I've got Greg Holland pretty much ready to go. We're going to fast forward here to the 9th inning. The score is still 3-1, so nothing really happened the last couple innings. And we're in the top of the 9th. It's 3-1 right now. Looking for some insurance, but he's got Pat Neshek on the mound, and for some reason in this game, I just always am terrible against these submarine pitchers like Pat Neshek, and Darren O'Day always gives me trouble. And you can see I'm having some trouble there. Strikeout, and there's 2 outs, 2 quick outs. And that's going to be, oh, nice catch. Tumbling catch out there by his left fielder. So it's Greg Holland time. I actually brought in Holland in the 8th inning to get the final out. So he's going for a 4-out save here. And let's see if I can just get him to swing at some stuff and maybe get a ground ball here. Holland is still available. He had a pretty decent year last year with the Rockies. I think he had like 41 saves. He had an earned run average for a while in the 1s. I think it ended up in the 3s. But the team that really needs a closer is the St. Louis Cardinals. And I guess Holland just wants a bunch of money because he had a $15 million extension that he turned down. He didn't take his player option, and then he was offered a qualifying offer for $17.4 million by the Rockies, and he turned that down. So if he's not getting like more than $17 million a year offers, he's gonna probably turn it down. The Rockies said, "Fine, see you later, Holland," and they picked up Wade Davis for I want to say 3 years. So anyhow, he's in a little bit of a jam here. He's got a runner on first base. The tying run is at the plate, and that is Justin Morneau. I think this is like a diamond flashback card. Oh, that's a double play ball. To second and back to Hosmer, and we won the game. The free agents with the win. So Jason Vargas pitches 5 shutout innings, and the team of misfit players that nobody wants, or maybe just players that overvalue themselves a little bit, wins the game 3-1. I wonder if you played a whole season with these guys, how good they would do. Like if they made their own team and you put them in MLB, I bet you they win like more than 80 games, probably like 84 games. This team would be in a wild card hunt, I think, especially with that rotation. But anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I thought it would just be kind of interesting and kind of cool to play a little game with all these free agents. Comment down below and predict where you think some of these guys are going to sign.